for more on these moves. We're going to turn now to Phil Streible, senior market strategist at MF Global, and Phil is joining us from the floor of the CME. Phil, good to have you. I think it's your second time this week, second time in 3 days. What do you think about Goldman's report? Do you agree?
Yeah, I have to agree with it considerably. I mean, everyone's been looking at gold market last week. I think copper is definitely a dominant player. If you look at the chart technically, we were trapped in such a range just below $4. Once we broke out to the upside, we took out 410, a resistance level, and it's a clear breakout. We're approaching the 423 level, and I think the target's about 450. So a lot of the things that Goldman is saying is in line with, what we're looking at here as far as the supply and the demand picture with copper.
What do you think about gold? We've been talking about it obviously quite a bit with you, but gold market, we broke through the $1,900 last week, $1,900 level last week. You still think we're going to go much higher?
Well, we've come up to that 62% retracement to the upside. We're really struggling around that 1850 level. I think that investors are starting to shop their money in other areas. Like I said on the metals, the copper story is really good. I mean, if you look at the supply side of things, down in Peru, down in Chile. Chile's one of the largest producers of copper. They're having a lot of output slowdowns, as well as Indonesia has a labor dispute going on. And then also look at this Obama bill that he's looking at passing right now, this infrastructure bill. That's going to directly affect, the maintenance and the improvement of roads, and you're probably going to see more physical demand come on that side.
Connect the dots with what we've been seeing in terms of economic data. Everyone's watching for the employment report out on Friday. That's a monthly number. Could we see any drastic moves in the market for a better or a worse number than expected?
Well, I think it is possible, and I think that a lot of investors are factoring that in. We're seeing a lot of people coming out and trying to hedge their positions and hedge bets. So it is possible that we see a sell-off, but highly unlikely at this point.
All right, Phil, we got to leave it there. Always appreciate you joining us here on Fast Forward. That was Phil Streible of MF Global. Okay, coming up.